politics in boxing, as they always call it, or whatever it is behind the scenes? Is that sometimes as much as a fight, you know, out of the ring?
Look, you see the politics, don't you? I look on the social media, yeah, and it's all cringe, utter fucking shite that I look at. Yeah, I turn it off. The speeches out some of them's mouth, the way they go on, the way they conduct themselves, they're not welcome through my fucking door. Yeah, I don't roll like that. You know, listen, I'm not saying they're wrong. It's just the way I see it myself. I can't be bothered with all this arse licking up and down to get on a show. Yeah, you don't want me on the show? Fuck off, go somewhere else. You know, listen, it is what it is. You know, I can only speak how I see things. I think boxing has become a cringe sport for the dickheads that's in it. I'm interested in real fights, real fighting men, getting it down in here, getting it on in the ring. That's all we're interested in at the end of the day. We ain't interested in anything else. We ain't interested in sticking our chest out and wanting to be the best trainer in the world. We want to be this, we want to be that. You know, I want to be more famous than the fighter. Let's get rid of all that shit what I see on social media 24/7, yeah? And let's get the fighter where he needs to be.
Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Russell, yeah. You know, don't you? You know. Right. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I've called this video Glass Half Empty. I'm going to give you a list of fighters here who I feel that either weren't handled correctly, weren't dedicated enough, were mega talented, could have done this, could have done that, could have done wonders, or they were shit cucumbers. We'll sit on them. But majority of them badly advised for money and to keep people, you know, boxing's a business, isn't it? If a kid's not ready for a world title, but they're getting him a shot, people want to get paid, don't they? Why rush them? Why have we gone from back in the day, you had to, you know, you were over 30 fights before you got a world title fight. Now they're wanting them after 12. Learn your craft, boys. Here's just a list of some of them. Billy Joe, do you feel like glass is half empty with him? Because I do. I look at him sometimes and I think, God, I wish I could shake you. All that talent, and it's wasted, isn't it? It's wasted. But then again, maybe he won't be as good as what he is if he weren't, I don't know how he is. But he's won everything, Billy Joe, and he's gone through all levels, but I just feel that there could have been a bit more to come from him. I'm not saying we want to wring all blood, sweat and tears out of him, but he seems to have had his career at a canter, Billy Joe Saunders. He's the first one. Callum Smith. I know he's won British, Commonwealth, European, and world title and Ring Magazine, but does anybody know who Callum Smith is? Has anybody heard him speak? And what spot cream does he use? Because them spots have cleared up, haven't they? So that's good, isn't it? Personally, I think you were using Colgate, because that's good for spots, isn't it? Here's some more. Callum Smith, obviously Billy Joe. Third one, David Hay, the Haymaker. David Hay, he never won a British. I think he won a European. He won some world titles at cruiser. He won one at heavyweight. You could say his career is fantastic, but I always got the impression that there were more to come. But I think Terry Chapperdine was right that once your reflexes go, and if you're a twitch sort of fighter like David Hay, once your reflexes have gone, that's more or less it, isn't it, really? Great fighter on his day, but like I said, I always felt that there were a bit more to come from him. 6 wins over world champions, got more wins over world champions than Joshua, Tyson Fury, Bellew. Yeah, so the fourth one, I'm going to put Dave Allen in there. No, Dave Allen didn't win a belt. But when Dennis signed him, put him on away, you need him a few £100 a week. No, I've got gym, get on train, 3 stops, get off, go to gym. That's all you got to do. and then get paid when you fight. Like he had 7 fights with them, he's undefeated and did Dennis's head in. Like he's done everybody else's head in since. But he has got ability, Dave. He can crack with best of them. He has got ability. But I just feel it's been a total letdown of not applying yourself correctly to the job in hand, which is you're a boxer. So fucking box. Ryan Rhodes. I've been to many Ryan Rhodes fights. I like him. Youngest British champion at one point. European champion. Fought Canelo at the right weight as well, but he fought Canelo when he was 40, didn't he? Come on. What? You know? Should have been fighting Canelo. Or somebody on that of that ilk, you know, a top 154 guy years ago. They put him in with that Grant, didn't they? Ingalls, 160-pound Ingalls and Warren. Ryan is a light middle. That Grant's a massive middle. He's like a light heavy. So you've got Ryan, the light middle, going in with a massive light heavy. More experience. What did Ryan have at the time? 15, 16 fights. He wanted enough experience and he got beat. And never went on to win a world title. And I think that's a travesty. But glass half empty. So 3-5 on money, Ryan. 6-1. A lot of people might not remember this guy. They might say, okay, who's that? I've never heard of him. I only thought boxing existed after Fox Rhodes. Right. Errol Christie is the most, I'm told, but I know that somebody will correct me. He's the most decorated amateur that we've had in this country. Obviously, he never won an Olympic medal. We've won twice, we've had national titles. Yeah, he was, and if you look how Errol Christie and Johnny Nelson's careers have gone, right? That's right, isn't it? Everybody were tipping Errol Christie to be like a pound-for-pound superstar, wasn't they, back in the day? You couldn't get, you know, sparring and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. But what a fighter. And does anybody remember him fight Mark Kaler? Yeah. Great nights. Great nights. Bomber Graham, last half four. I know he had his world title shots and that, but when Bomber fought it was 15 rounds, wasn't it? Mike McCallum lost by half a point against the great legendary Mike McCallum. Been with Julian Jackson and other guys, but I always feel with Bomber Graham, it weren't his fault. It were the people around him, right? The people around him. Obviously split with Ingalls at end, didn't he? You might want to say why that happened, but Brendan Ingle thought that much of Bomber Graham. He sold his contract to Barney Eastwood for 75 grand when he was still top ranked. And I can understand him doing that as well. But all the fights they put him in, and it could have just done with that little bit more time, couldn't he? You know, that, I don't know. I just think badly advised. I mean, why couldn't they just get him into position and make your Benz and Eubanks fighting? Get him into position. Instead of thinking of money, get him into position. Go mandatory. They can't say, I'm not fighting him. I've sparred him, he's hard work. If you get into a mandatory position, you have to fight that person. If that person wants your belt. So here's another fighter that a lot of people won't have heard of. You know what? For a minute there, I think I forgot the guy's name who beat him. And I think I've met this guy as well. Now, the person in question is George Collins. 35-2. Kirtland Lang, I know it was Kirtland Lang. He lost his last 2 fights. He went from 33-0 33-0. With 33-0. No, 35-0. Georgie Collins, United Kingdom, Yateley, Hampshire. 35-0. And then he gets beat by Gary Jacobs and Curtin Line. Never fights again after 1989. Well, he fought actually from (1985). So from 1985 to 89, he ended up 35-0, and then obviously lost his last two and never fought again. If you go and read Frank Warren's book or go into some Ring magazine articles or even some newspaper, you'll always hear Bricktop going on about the best guy that he'd ever promoted, talent-wise, skill-wise, skill sets and all that, with Georgie Collins. And I remember him in H's, and I remember everybody raving about him. He didn't win, no, a bit like Errol Christie, really. There's all this hype and that, and I don't know, like I say, you get to 35-0 and you've not won, no. Is it a padded record? Probably a Bricktop padded record, but everybody said he was talented. And then you lose two and then they're gone. I think that's a shame, really. You know, well, I know Errol Christie didn't win, no, Georgie Collins, but coulda, woulda, shoulda, innit? Another Dave Allen job, innit? You know, glass half full. It ain't even half full, is it? It's, I don't know, it winds me up, stuff like that. Audley Harrison, which brings me to Audley Harrison. I mean, I seen some the other day. People were saying, "Oh, Audley Harrison's shit, is this and that." Audley Harrison, well, he got a Commonwealth and a European. Is he? Commonwealth belt, European. Fought for a world title. Oh, they knighted Sir Henry Cooper, didn't they, for having a similar record to Audley Harrison's. Although Henry never had a gold medal and Audley never had all British title belts that Henry had. But they're both European champions and both fought for a world title. And the funny thing is, Audley came across as, you know, big-headed and things like that. So I don't think he'll get knighted, but he's had an MBE, hasn't he, for what he did in Australia in the Olympics. Henry Cooper got knighted, didn't he? But Henry was in an era where everybody spoke with a bit of class, didn't they? So, the last person, Olympic gold medalist, just like Audley Harrison, who never won a world title. It's Luke Campbell. I think glass were half full with him. All he achieved as a pro were a Commonwealth title, like Liam Cameron, like Tommy Coyle. But you expected a bit more from Luke Campbell, didn't we? He was #1 amateur for years. He won Olympics. Canter. Everybody said he was going to do this and going to do that. Yeah, he's ended up a millionaire. Look to him, but he's got a Commonwealth title on his professional record. So the people believe me now when I say that, you know, Olympics don't guarantee you to do well as a pro. Carl Froch, Joe Kawasaki, Ricky Hatton, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank Sr., Tyson Fury, Huey Fury, all them didn't go to Olympics. Olympics means no, it's a different sport, but if you've got a good pedigree, you'll do well off at back of it. But, like I said, I hope you enjoyed that video. Something a bit different, isn't it? Okay, I've got one in today. That's about it. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Okay, I've got Kent coming on 6. What we're going to do for 2 hours. Have a look. Oh, I know what video we'll do. I know what video we'll do. Okie dokie then. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Thanks for sharing, liking, and subscribing. Peace out.
That's